Hi there, my name is Nellie and I am a new Bernina 790 PRO sewing machine owner, and today I'm working on making a shirt for myself and I'm almost done. I have the last part, which is making the buttonholes. Now I had originally marked them with chalk to position them, but I realized that that's not even necessary because after you make the first one, all you have to do is measure and set it. The machine is going to do all the repetitive buttons. Now, other machines also have this feature. What I wanted to show you is how easy it is to make the size of the buttonhole. The first thing you have to do is get your 3/8 foot, which comes with the machine, and put it correctly like that. The second thing is to tell it that you're going to be using the 3A buttonhole presser foot. Click OK. I'm gonna go next to select the buttonhole selections. Now I'm making linen and I did a little research. I read the manual, and for linen this is the best type of buttonhole. Now what I'm using is this little button for my shirt, and so what I need to do, instead of having to measure all this, what I decided to do is there's a little setup menu that you can go in by pressing the I. Once you press the I, you can press on this one right here, which tells you the length or the width of the buttonhole, and you just hold the button on the circle. Mine happens to be the same size already, 16 by 14 millimeter buttonhole, and so it needs to be a little bit bigger, but you can change the size here. Notice if I change the knobs on the right, the buttonhole gets bigger, but I'm going to stick to the 14 millimeter buttonhole. You click OK. You can also go back and change the width of it. I didn't find it necessary. I tried it out, I tested it, and you can see it's a standard size. It's wide enough for my buttons to be, so I did not have the need to change the distance between the two bars of the buttonhole. So yeah, that's what you do. So here is the buttonhole. Now the next thing to do is to get your fabric. I'm going to use a scrap piece, but here you position. I like to have my laser on so that I know where the start of my buttonhole is. What I do is I measure from the previous buttonhole. So the previous buttonhole is right here, and I have 3.5 inches. I make a dart with my erasable pen, and now I know that that's where I'm going to have to start my next buttonhole, and I put it in place. I'm going to put this other fabric just so that I don't work with my shirt at the moment. You lower the presser foot. You can still adjust it, so look for your dot or look for your marking. Make sure that the buttonhole is centered from left to right, wherever you want it to be. You lower the foot by pressing the green button, so now the fabric doesn't move. All you have to do now is guide it, so press and hold for a little while until the machine starts. Now you can tell here it's gonna make it the exact size that you told it to be. And when it's done, you press the little scissors, and it made the buttonhole exactly the size that you need for your button. All you have to do now is cut it. I prefer using a small rotary cutter to cut it in here, so that's what I'm going to do next. So now after you do that one, once you have it set up, there's no need to do it again. I have one more buttonhole to make, so I have my purple dot right there. I'm gonna line it up with my laser marking. I'm gonna lower my foot, make sure it's aligned center from left to right. Really lower the foot now. Press and hold it until it starts. And then I'm not pulling, the machine is doing all the work. I just gotta make sure to help it stay straight. Cut it. And the last buttonhole is done. And look at the back, it's pretty good. There's only 2 little threads here that are left for from the scissors, and you can adjust that. I just haven't done that, but so there's your buttonhole. And I don't think I'm gonna add another one. That's the bottom, and it's a long shirt, so I think this is my last buttonhole here. So there, I did all my buttonholes, top all the way. So I hope that was helpful. Once you have the buttonhole set up, you just have to keep doing that again and again, and make sure, all you have to do now is make sure that it's placed in the right location. All right, I hope that was helpful. Bye.